What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer video. It's been very quiet this weekend in terms of transfer news, so when transfer updates do come out, that'll be coming out tomorrow for you guys to look forward to once I've got enough content. I'm amazed that it's taken up until, well, the beginning parts of August for us to get to a point where there hasn't been enough content for me to get a video out there. The fact that we've gone from June 1st right through to August with daily content is a new record by some length, so very appreciative towards that, but it has just started to go a little bit quiet in the window, and I suspect that might be Manchester City just working on some things in the background. But that doesn't mean I haven't got content here for you guys to look forward to. I'm going to be looking today at 5 potential Bernardo Silva replacements if Barcelona do come calling and he does make that decision that he does want to leave Manchester City, which, fingers crossed, he decides to stay and not go to Barcelona. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe. Daily Manchester City transfer content for you guys to enjoy, so subscribe if you haven't already on that push towards 27k subscribers. We're now less than I think we're less than 150 subs away from that, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget, let me know your thoughts, what you make of these transfers in the comments below. If there is to be a Bernardo Silva replacement, who would you like it to be and why? And social media links are in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, let's crack on with this video. And the first player, or players, that I want to talk about is Jack Grealish and Phil Foden. We may already have ready-made Bernardo Silva replacements, both players capable of playing out wide. Jack Grealish, 26-year-old winger, plays for Manchester City, and I'd almost be tempted to use him as our potential Bernardo Silva replacement. Put him in the middle of the park and see how he does. Put Phil Foden in the middle of the park and see how he does. If Man City manage to keep hold of Bernardo Silva for another season before he makes a decision maybe next summer to leave Manchester City and wants to join Barcelona, which is the angle I'd be looking at for Manchester City. If Bernardo Silva's decision is he wants to leave Manchester City, I would be doing everything I can to make sure for this season we keep hold of him. We've had lots of outgoings and ingoings. To me, it would be detrimental to our squad and harmony for Bernardo Silva to leave our club so late into the window. I don't think we'd be able to find a suitable replacement in this window. So to me, I would be potentially looking at next summer and saying if he wants to leave, he can leave next summer. And for this season, when Bernardo Silva does need rotating, I'd be getting Foden and Grealish there, trying some new things and seeing if we have already got someone in our squad that could potentially help us fill that hole. Could have been Zinchenko. We let him leave. We wanted to sign Kukurea. That's not happening. Zinchenko could have been not just be used as a left back, he can be pushed further afield. He plays attacking midfield for the Ukraine. He's a decent player as well. So yeah, that's just something I'd potentially have a look at. And if that is the case where Foden and or Grealish could be used in the centre full time, then potentially we could have a look at a winger that ties in both replacing them out wide and Raheem Sterling as well. And someone like that I'd be looking at would be potentially next summer when his release clause is active, is Christopher Nkunku. Could be picked up for less than £50 million. I think that's something to keep an eye on, but we'll see. I know Man City like release clauses, so it would work from that end. Now, moving on, another player that we could have a look at is Emile Rowe of Arsenal. He's a 22-year-old attacking midfielder. He's homegrown, he's English, he's versatile, and he can play out wide as well, which would tick all the boxes for Manchester City. The only problem I've got with Emile Rowe would be he would probably be quite expensive for what Arsenal would be looking for him. But he's a nice little tidy player in my opinion, and definitely a player that could be integrated. He could learn a lot, and if Pep Guardiola does make that decision, he wants to stay at Man City for another 2 or 3 seasons, I feel like he would progress like no end, and he'd become a much better player under Pep Guardiola as well. And considering Mikel Arteta plays a very similar style to that of Pep, I think it is definitely an option that I would consider, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure there'll be others that will disagree, so if you do let me know in the comments and why. Frenkie de Jong is another player I think Man City could have a look at, and to me he's a ready-made replacement there if we wanted to get something sorted for this summer in terms of Bernardo Silva, and I'd be exploring a potential swap deal. They're struggling for Frenkie de Jong to leave. Frenkie de Jong doesn't want to join Manchester United. He wants to stay at Barcelona. Chelsea have explored the potential of making a deal happen, and I just think Pep Guardiola's got such a big pulling factor. One phone call by Pep to Frenkie de Jong saying, I would like you, Barcelona want Bernardo Silva, let's swap and make that happen. You could be pivotal to our squad. And I'm sure Frenkie de Jong would jump ship and he'd go and join Pep Guardiola, because when Pep Guardiola comes calling, you listen as a football player. And when you're a passing player, good with a ball retention and very technically gifted, just like Frenkie de Jong is, then there's always going to be space in the Manchester City squad. Whilst Pep Guardiola is our manager, we've got our system in place for that as well. My only problem I do have with Frenkie de Jong is Bernardo Silva likes to get forward, he likes to score goals, he likes to make things happen in attack. And whilst de Jong's brilliant with his ball distribution and passing, can he replace then Bernardo Silva important goals that we would be lacking, in my opinion? Now, another player that is being explored is Lucas Paqueta of Lyon. Now, he's the soon-to-be 25-year-old Brazilian international. He's apparently available for 70 million euros. He's highly rated. Man City are indeed keeping tabs on him, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. However, there is interest out there from other clubs, Premier League clubs. Newcastle United, they're showing a lot of interest. They're willing to spend a lot of money to make that transfer happen. And the problem I have is Paqueta isn't Premier League proven. He isn't proven on the biggest stages of them all, like in the Champions League. And so it would take a good couple of seasons for him to be integrated into the squad to get the best out of him. Do we have a couple of seasons to wait for somebody to be able to pick up the pieces of Bernardo Silva? Is he as good as what Bernardo Silva is? And truthfully, I don't think he is. And if Newcastle are having a look at him, I think that's the level where he's not quite there yet. Give him 2 or 3 seasons and he could be right there, but right now he isn't there. And 70 million euros is a lot of money to spend on a player, and it just makes it so difficult to make a transfer happen this late in the window, which is why I think City would be crazy to sell Bernardo Silva. I'd price him out of a move from Barcelona, and I'd be saying to Barcelona, you can pick him up for a more affordable price, but it'll have to be next summer to give us 12 months to get a fantastic replacement in place. And speaking of fantastic replacements, leads me on to the final player, the player I would like Manchester City to replace Bernardo Silva with if it does get to that disastrous moment where he does leave Manchester City, and that's Jude Bellingham, 19-year-old England international, plays for Borussia Dortmund. He's hinted at a move to Man City because he wants to link up with Erling Haaland once more. He's quick, agile, great with the ball, knows where the back of the net is, and I rate him highly. Homegrown, brilliant player, offers something a little bit different to that of any other midfielder that we've got, because he's got pace and energy, and he would suit the Premier League, he would suit Pep Guardiola's system, he would suit Manchester City. Yes, he's going to cost a lot of money. Bernardo Silva's going to cost a lot of money. We're not going to sign Jude Bellingham this summer, so I would rather wait to have somebody fantastic brought in, somebody like Jude Bellingham. I would wait patiently to bring him in if it is possible. Like I said though, like with the Haaland deal, things take time, and we don't have time on our hands now when it comes to Bernardo Silva potentially leaving and getting a replacement in place. And Manchester City, to me, aren't going to find this short term a suitable replacement for Bernardo Silva. I'd let him go next summer and bring in someone of high quality next summer and buy ourselves a little bit of time, even if that means coming down potentially on the price, because Bernardo Silva's contract goes from having 3 years left to 2 years left. Bernardo Silva still might want to choose to stay at Manchester City, so we'll have to wait and see. It is all speculation, but this is a video I just wanted to have a quick look at. So they're my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel. Daily Manchester City transfer content coming for you guys to enjoy, so do make sure you have subscribed. YouTube is the place that I like to upload videos, so it's the best place to keep up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news every every single day this summer for Manchester City, so subscribe if you haven't already, and social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. I am running a Sky Sports Fantasy League as well, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put the links and details to that in the description. I'll put it in the comments below as well if you want to go and check that out. That would be much appreciated. Come and challenge me in my league. That would be fantastic, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.